Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the Beauty Bay Golden Age palette. So I'm really excited about this because I love their eyeshadow palettes. I have a bunch of them and I've just been loving them over the past few years. So yeah, this is the newest palette, or one of the newest palettes in their new collection for Christmas time. So I've came up with two looks using the palette. This one is the more glam look, and then I also have one that's more wearable for daytime. So this is a palette right here, and really nice packaging, and that's the shades inside. So as you can see, there is a bunch of brown shades, there's some gold shades in there, and it's a palette that I think is a very wearable palette. Like, it's kind of shades that I tend to wear on my eyes. It's a 9 shade eyeshadow palette, and we have a mixture of matte and metallic shades. So I'm going to talk you through every single shade and formula in a second, because I have used every single shade in the two looks that I've created. This is definitely a palette where you can get that really gorgeous glam evening eye look, as well as that daytime wearable eye look. So it has basically everything that I really like in a palette. I'm going to talk you through the different shades. So we've got 5 metallics and 4 mattes in the palette. So I'm going to swatch every single one of them on my hand for you. So this one here is a metallic, so let me put it up this way. This one here is a metallic shade. And this is my least favourite metallic in the palette, because it is a little bit, it's not as pigmented as the other metallics, is not as buttery when you apply it to the eyes. So this is it right here. I mean, it is beautiful to swatch and it is really nice on the eyes, but I just feel like it doesn't stand out as well as the other shades, the other metallic shades. I did apply it a little bit on top of the matte shades, so I think that's why it never really took that well to my eyes. But I think if I was to just apply this over the lid, or even with a little bit of concealer underneath or like a primer, then I think it would take much better. This one right here is one of my absolute favourites in the palette. Like, as you can see, such a gorgeous shade, and like super buttery, super pigmented. Like, I just love that shade. Then this one here is also, I have like this really short nail on this hand. The rest of them are all really long, but I need to cut them all. But this one is my shortest nail, and it's actually really good right now. Like, it broke days ago, and I'm actually kind of happy about it because it's like let me get like these shadows onto my eyes better. So yeah, like I said, this one here is another one of my absolute favourites. This really stands out. It's nice and buttery, very metallic, as you can see. Beautiful shade. That just pairs gorgeous with that shade there. And then this shade here is also really pretty. I'll just swatch it there. Beautiful shade for the inner part of the eye, or even to highlight the inner corner. This one is also gorgeous. So these 3 are my absolute favourite metallics in the palette, like super buttery. And like I said, I've used in fact, there's one more metallic actually that I haven't tried, so I take back my original comment about me using all of the shades in here. I haven't used this one yet, so I'm just going to swatch this one for you. Yeah, this one feels really lovely and metallic as well. Like, yes, yeah, beautiful shade there, very buttery as well. So that would be lovely on the eyes, but I'm not sure which colour I would pair that with, but I would figure maybe this shade actually would pair nice with the shade that's just above it. Yeah, they would pair really nicely together. That's all the metallics in the palette swatched, and like I said, the middle 3 are my absolute favourite shades in the palette. They're just absolutely gorgeous, very buttery and pigmented. They apply beautiful with your finger, also with a brush as well. Like, I did try it with my brush that I always use to apply metallics, and it really did apply them nicely. I just like to go in with my finger anyway, because I feel like it just like amps up the pigment and just makes them stand out a lot more. Like, I've used a bunch of Beauty Bay palettes in the past. They're my favourite eyeshadow palettes for metallic shades. Like, they are gorgeous. Like, I just think they have one of the most amazing metallic shadow formulas. Let me now swatch the matte shades, and I'm going to swatch this one first here. So this shade is a really beautiful shade to apply over the lid. It's also really great to highlight the inner corner, and it's a very beautiful creamy white shade. Like, it is beautiful. I'm trying to swatch this for you. there. Like, as you can see, very pigmented for a creamy, almost white shade, because sometimes those types of shades can be very, very chalky, but that one like is absolutely beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. That this matte shade down here is the shade that I love to use as a transitional shade. It's kind of like this light beigey brown shade. It's beautiful as well. I'm just going to swatch that on this side. Like, as you can see, very, very pigmented. Sorry, they all have names in the palette. I just haven't been saying them, but yeah, like, they all have names, which is great. I just love an eyeshadow palette that has names, because some still come out these days without names, which bugs me, but like mostly Beauty Bay's palettes have names, which I love. So this next shade is a beautiful colour as well. It's this kind of rich chocolatey brown shade, like that. Again, as you can see, it swatches beautiful. And then this one also is beautiful. It swatches gorgeous, as you can see. Now, this shade, this last shade here that I swatched, is the deepest shade in the palette. Like, yes, I used this like in my outer corner, and I feel like it's just a tiny bit too powdery. There's also quite a bit of kick up with that shade as well, and quite a bit of fallout. But I would say when you apply it into your crease, like your outer corner and crease, it blends beautiful. Like, it really does blend lovely. It's not like patchy or anything like that. However, I just feel like I would like it to be a little bit more pigmented. You know, I feel like it's a bit too powdery, that it lightens a little bit when you put it on the eye. So I feel like sometimes when I apply it with a brush, I kind of need to just pat it slightly where I want it, and blend very, very lightly, because if I blend, like, you know, too kind of hard, the powder starts to, I feel like it just doesn't look as rich or as deep. You know, it kind of disappears a little bit. But anyway, it is beautiful paired with that shade there. It's what I have in my outer corner and my crease right now. The undertone to it's beautiful as well. It's not too warm, and also it's not cool either, but it just has that in between type of undertone that's just beautiful. I think it's a really gorgeous shade. Like, both of these, well, all three of these brownie mattes here are gorgeous. So overall, I think this is an absolute gorgeous palette. Beautiful palette for everybody, and the shades in it are just gorgeous. The undertones to them are amazing. The formula is amazing, and yeah, for like £6.50, it is an absolute bargain of a palette. Like, it is stunning. I highly recommend it to you. Again, that's the shades there. Beautiful colours and formula. So that's my thoughts on the palette, and I'm now going to jump into the two eye looks using the palette. So that is it for this review and the 2 looks that I've created using the palette. I would love to know your favourite eye look. I love both of them because they are very different. One is really great and gorgeous for night time, and then one is a really lovely kind of wearable day look. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked and enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye.